Sugar Bones of Confidence Man. Congratulations
Hello.
on Tilt.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's so exciting to have an album out again.
Oh yeah. It's been a long time coming. We've just been sort of sitting on it, just waiting till we could finally like put it out into the world. So to finally do it, just yeah, it's a pretty amazing feeling.
How long have you been sitting on this album for? Was this something that was created over the past 2 years? Was it something that came out of the forced pause?
Yeah, it was definitely came out of the forced pause. I think we've probably been sitting on it for like a year or so, something like that. Yeah, and just but like we've been writing it for or like different iterations of the album for like, the past 4 or 5 years. So yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Shit. I read that a lot of this album was pieced together at 5 a.m. after some nights out. Is that the case?
Yeah, there was yeah, we really had a good thing going at one point where we just sort of get the little crappy like USB mic out at 3 a.m. and yeah, there was some gold, some gold mined out there at those times.
I love that. There's nothing more inspiring than the end of the night when it's like that crossroad of do we push on and continue the night or is it bedtime? And you're like, you know what? It's work time. It's neither.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's when the magic happens.
Hey, that's it. That's it. Um, Tell me about this think less, do more philosophy that kind of drives it.
Well, I think it's sort of like it came out of a session we did with Greg Alexander of the New Radicals, sort of um, just before COVID times, and we were just sort of working with him. Had no idea how like like a full blown like gun works at all. We hadn't really done many sessions before, and so just watching him go, it was just like pretty inspiring because he'd just sit down and like we'd be playing a loop and just like a beat for him. And he just got to this mode, just kind of like scrolling on his in his notepad, just like full Rain Man. And then all of a sudden he just like get up, he's like, give me the mic, and then like grab the mic and just lay down like a whole thing. And yeah, he just kind of be feeling it in the moment. Like there wasn't too much planning or like sort of methodical method to it. It was just kind of like feel it out. And so yeah, we just kind of tried to bring that back a little bit to how we worked, and I think it was really good for us.
Do you think moving forward, you kind of like that just go with the flow, don't overthink it mentality? Do you feel like you guys were perfectionists before this?
I think before this we were just a little bit on like the first album, we were just a little bit more restricted in like what we thought Con had to sound like, what we thought like the angle of the band was. And I think it was probably good to be that way on the first album and sort of establish the core, ethos of what we wanted to do. But then for the second one, it was definitely good for us to just be able to just do whatever we wanted and sort of like open up the horizons for Con Man.
I agree. Which track do you think pushes that con man sound on Tilt? Which one do you think is the most progressive, or at least the direction that you want to head in?
I don't know. I think generally just like the bigger, like more euphoric, sort of deeper sounds like on Holiday, feels like a different thing. Um, the last track on the album, it's called Relieve the Pressure. Like it's a personal favorite of mine. And that kind of combines like a bit of the old sound with like a bit of the new sound in a nice way. But I think, yeah, we've basically just gone a bit bigger and a bit more kind of euphoric. And
And I
yeah,
feel
we're
like
all loving
those songs would totally lend itself to a live performance because Confidence Man is like live shows are a huge part of your band's DNA, right? Like on stage, you've got this whole theatrical element. It must feel so good to be back on stage doing festivals, having your own line of shows running up for August. You're going on a UK European tour soon. That's going to be insane.
Yeah, it's really exciting. Having live shows back is just, for everyone involved has just been so great. Like we've just been starved for it. Um, and yeah, it's been really fun. The only thing is like we've been rehearsing the new set with like all the new tracks and everything. We've been doing that and like setting that up and building it for like the last like 2 months pretty much. And right now we're just in like the last week of rehearsals
Wow.
basically. So like just doing like the little shitty jam room that we do that in, like where it's feeling so good, like all these new songs and like we've got all these new gags and stuff. So we're like finishing off the old show, like old style shows with like the old tracks and like old setup, which is kind of bittersweet because with that show has served us well for like the last like 6 years pretty much. So a lot of the tracks we won't be playing again after like the next few
Yeah.
gigs. Um, so yeah, we're kind of saying goodbye to a few songs, but we're all just basically like so pumped on this new set and just cannot wait till like the album's out. We can actually like show everyone what we've been cooking up.
Have you been testing on any of the new stuff in your current sets, like in these past few festival sets?
Yeah, I think we've snuck relieved the pressure into like a few live shows,
Okay.
um,
Good
which has
reception?
been awesome. Yeah, it's been great because like when a song isn't out yet, but the crowd still like gives you like a really solid cheer at the end of it, then like it's gonna pop off once it's actually out there in the world. But yeah, like there's only like we've snuck a few little things in, but pretty much it's just we haven't done given too much away. So there's just like yeah, a whole new world waiting.
The grand reveal. Who comes up with the
Yeah.
gags in your rehearsals?
Oh, it's definitely like a group effort. We just kind of sit down. We always seem to work best just at like a nice little bar or something where we can just let the ideas flow and just get like as stupid as possible and as silly as you can. And then like, yeah, just the best ideas seem to come when you've just kind of gone on some like stupid path that sort of ends up in like the straight spot. And yeah, the four of us together can always seem to find that path pretty easily. So
So
that's how we
nice.
do it.
You've also got a couple of dates alongside Noel Gallagher of Oasis fame. That's kind of crazy. How did you kind of link up with him? I know you guys used to party with U2 or something at some point, but Oasis, how did this happen?
Well, when we first met a couple of the guys from U2, that was on their big stadium tour pre-COVID, and Noel was supporting them on the tour. So we were all hanging out together, and that's when we first met Noel. And yeah, he's a real sweetheart. He's a really nice fella, and we kind of hit it off. And when he was lining up his big UK tour, he was just kind of hitting us up and yeah, at first it was just a few shows, and then like by the end of it, like I think we're doing like 10 shows with him or something. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're looking forward to just getting back over there and like seeing like a bunch of people that we haven't been able to see for the last couple of years. So it's gonna be a really like heartwarming time. And also like a loose time as well, but balance. It's a balancing act.
Hey, there'll be a whole new album of the 3 a.m. with Noel Gallagher, and you'll figure out what's happening at those post parties at 3 a.m. with your little USB mic, and then it's like him doing a rap verse or something in the background, just like completely bizarre that you'd never expect.
Yeah, that's great. Well, he was telling us last time about he's just finished his home studio out at his lovely home, just like an hour out of London. So, we might end up back there at some point.
Hey, dumb not to, dumb not to. You kind of described this new era as a world. What can Australian audiences expect from a Confidence Man show in the new world?
I'll just say expect the unexpected.
That's it. Think less, do more. We just full of surprises.
Yeah. I know, also full of just one-liners right now, apparently, but
Bigger the better, as they say.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sugar Bones, thank you so much for your time this morning and congrats again on Tilt. It's a bonkers collection. I can't wait to dance to it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Cheers. Can't wait for everyone to hear it.